Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to you all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As you're joining us, please do share this podcast. Good morning. 1 second, please. Just wanna. Good morning. I hope you can hear me. Um, yeah, it's a heavy heart this morning. It's a heavy, heavy, heavy heart. This young man, as you see in the picture, was killed. This man is David Imoh. He was killed. May his soul rest in peace. He was the guy. He's the sound engineer. He's a music sound engineer. 1 second. I'm just gonna do. I just realized what's happened here. I want to make sure I get this correct. Sorry about this. I'm quite sure what happened there, but I'm trying to make sure I get it right. Okay, so I know what's happened. Sorry. Just gonna make a change quickly, and you see the thing come up. I realized what's happened now, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. What's important is that this is David. Over 100 naira he was killed for by Fulanis. Who is a foreigner. It's very hard to do this broadcast. It's very hard. His wife, you will hear her shortly, and it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to. I feel really numb. Not numb. I feel down. You see, I just come straight away and I'm doing this broadcast because I was just so shocked. It happened, 3 days ago. Same thing. Notice they killed Deborah in, I think it's in Kaduna or Kano. Is it Kano? One of the two. Now they killed David again. And the guys who are doing it, we were told they're foreigners. So what are the authorities doing to allow foreigners to come in and work? What papers have these people got to be working or doing anything in our country? I mean, I'm struggling to find the words because I'm trying to just hold it together, to be honest. Because the sound engineer, it's just, I don't know how else to say it. We cannot keep looking. When we talk about now, the governor should answer this one. Governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu again. I don't know how you feel about it though, but me, it just day one kind. I'm just numb. I am numb about what I'm seeing. I'm just numb. I am numb, and I am not gonna lie to you. You know, yeah. So David Imo killed by Okada rider. Over 10 naira. It's not 11, 10 naira. Sorry, 10 naira. We gather, and the guy is a foreigner. So RIP to him. Now, let us show the face. Let me show the wife, the face. Let's hear the wife and let's hear her story. We talk about, these are the people, they are coming to ask you to vote elections. They can't guarantee your life. They want you to vote in elections, but they can't guarantee your life in your own country. The same people who can't guarantee your life, they are busy telling you to vote in 2023 elections, any elections. Can you see how meaningless this has become? I'm ready to play this video because I know what I'm seeing. And if I say anything, about it, if I'm close to just, I am. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I mean, they want you to vote in elections, but they can't protect your life. These crooks in power cannot protect your life. I tell you, this is going to be tearful. You can see it already. Listen.
Who will fight for me like him? My name is Sunday David Grace Bolu. I was called on 13th of May 2022 by one of his colleagues in the office. I ordered for Uber from Ajawe State down to my parents' place in Ejigbo.
1 second, please.
When I was called that, sorry, we lost your husband.
May we never receive such a call, oh. Look at that. He was lynched. They lynched him. He was lynched and burned to death by a mob of motorcycle operators in Admiralty, in Lekki, in Lagos. This is by Guardian News. Look at that. Look at that. They've reduced there to tears. And these are the people that you're supposed to be in government, to be in the same nation with. Now we are hearing that the man who did this is not, he's a foreigner. The man who killed this man, who killed the sound engineer, David Imoh. Can we organize ourselves? This is not, we cannot, since we know we cannot trust this government, can we organize ourselves in our own place and at least begin to have our own okada? Because this guy is a foreigner. From what I've recorded, from what I can gather, he's a Fulani foreigner. And that is what we are being told. Now they killed the person who killed Deborah Yakubu, if I, and was a Fulani foreigner. They have not arrested them. This guy, we're hearing he may have been arrested. We don't know how true that is. The question I'm asking here is this. The question I'm asking is, these people who are asking you to vote in elections, in this fraudulent elections, in this contraption called Nigeria, in the constitution, with this fraudulent constitution, what are they doing about securing our lives? Can you see the meaningless exercise? Anybody will come and talk to you about elections when they've just taken the life of a young man who had a bright future. Look at this woman. Look at her. Look at her. She's crying. Unless you don't have a heart, you won't feel her pain. And she was talking, she's mentioning to Sanwo-Olu to actually come and speak up. That Sanwo-Olu must deal with this. I'm going to play the video of that as well. I'll get that video out and play it to you. But I just want us to really understand that when they are telling you to vote in elections, what exactly are you voting for? To be killed? Are you voting to be killed? That is the question I'm asking now. Are you voting to be killed? Because this is what it looks like to me. I don't know much. But it looks like their vote is for you to vote for these people to run your lives as they please, and they not care one jot whether you are alive or dead. I don't know how you see it. But look at her face. Look, they've just... I don't know what else to say. I don't know how you see this. This is why we're saying, and again, I'm saying it now. We need to work together as a community, Middle Belt and South. We need to work together. This kind of, why is it? Why are we going on Okada riders? We don't even know where they come from. We don't know. It's come to a point we need them to show us their papers now. I would suggest before you get on it. Because if you know that it's a Fulani man, don't even bother because your life is in danger. Let's just listen. It's painful. It's harrowing. Let's listen to her. This is by Guardian, but I'm just showing you.
I was just shattered because I was not even sure of what I ate. So I just had to run back into the church, give the phone to my dad. I don't understand what I was hearing.
Man, don't even bother because your life is in danger.
My dad, the person I explained to that, okay, please, if you can't come, send people to come down to Maroko police station. Then one of our pastors also in Lekki joined them over there. And my husband's elder brother too was called. That he went there as well too. When my younger brother, my uncle, our pastors and my husband's elder brother got to the police station, they were told that my husband and bike men were one arguing over 100 naira change before the whole argument turned into the fight, where two were beaten to pulp and he was beaten and killed over them shouting that he's a Yahoo guy, they are Yahoo guys, they are ritualists. But one of...
Can you see what they're doing? Do you notice the similarity between when they say that somebody called Muhammad carried out blasphemy against Muhammad, and they gather together without any evidence, they burned her to death? It's the same thing, oh. It's the same thing. I don't know how. This is the same thing. It is the same thing. And we cannot be silent in the face of this, my people. It is the same thing, oh. It is the same thing that is happening, my people. We need to protect ourselves. This is gone beyond just talk. We need to protect ourselves. We need to gather together, Middle Belt and Southwest and Southeast. The time has come for us to protect ourselves. We need to take action collectively. We can't just be watching. Don't count on where. I know we're going to talk to you, say someone wants to do something, and these people, they don't care. They don't care. As long as they're getting their crumbs that they're chucking, that the Fulanis are throwing down for them to pick up from the floor. And they're picking up from the floor, they are stepping over the blood of their own people to pick up the crumbs that the Fulani dropped for them from our own resources. Oh man, this is painful. This is painful. Listen.
His colleagues posted on Twitter with evidence of the video, with a video.
You see, there's a video. I don't even have the video.
That my husband was not part of the guys that was on bike. He was inside beer barn.
You see, he wasn't even on the bike. He wasn't on the bike. They were targeting. Can you hear? This is the wife, oh. Before anybody, Grace, my sincere condolences to her and her family. Look, that's a friend. I mean, this is, what are you?
Club where they went to play that night.
Look at the young man there. He's now an orphan, and we know that there is no system my people. I'm trying to use this to make sure that we understand where we are as Middle Beltans and Southerners. Our unity in confronting this nonsense is what we need to really do. Those in government now, they are asking you to vote in 2023. Next, say no to that nonsense elections. Where are these people who are telling you to vote? How are they ensuring that we are hearing that the man, let me see if I can get that thing out, that the man is likely to be a foreigner, the man who killed David. And we're now hearing that David wasn't even on the okada. Can you see? And they gathered in their hundreds and they killed him. And everybody, why is it that we as Southerners, we are standing around whilst the Fulani is coming to our territory and kill us, and we film it? What is going on there? I'm asking a question. What is going on? What is it that we're doing?
Two of his colleagues were the ones that were on the bike that had arguments with the bike man. 400 naira was the fare. They gave the bike man 500 naira to collect 100 naira change. And the bike man said, I don't have change. They now offered him 300. Okay, we come here to play most times. Whenever we come, we'll give you 100 naira. So the bike man disagreed with him that it's not possible. That was where the argument started and the fights. So people had to go inside the bar to come and call their colleagues, which my husband was part of them, that came outside.
You see? You see?
just to intervene.
You see? You see?
In the process of intervening, because they already beaten the two guys up to ground.
You see? Those of you talking one Nigeria, what do you say to this one? Oh? Let me get that. I'll get this thing out because somebody. I don't want to show the page of the person because I know the person and I do not, without getting a clearance, I will not share what they've shared. I know, but I mean I want to make sure that But this is from what I gather that the people who did the killing. Why is it that these people who are okada riders, they are foreigners in our land? Hey. Okay. Oh. Yeah. So my friend, I'm not gonna put the page up because I need to make sure, but I'm reading it to you. Deborah died in Sokoto. David died in Lagos. Both killed by suspected foreigners. Are you hearing me? Both killed by suspected foreigners. Whereas the Nigerian Immigration Service, what are these people doing walking around inside the country? Do you remember when I talked about what Bala Mohammed said? Bala Mohammed said that all Fulanis across West Africa, they are welcome in Nigeria. They are Nigerians. Look at the result. Again, when we ask those who tell us to support one Nigeria, Southerners, Middle Beltans, when we ask them to explain this one, they are nowhere to be found. Those Efulefus, those Ojelus, those politicians that are telling us that we are one, where are they now? They are the same ones they will come and ask you to vote in elections. Oh. But look at this now. Look at this lady now. A widow. Needlessly. And these people, they gather in their hundreds. So they beat up two of them in their hundreds. And you tell us that we're one nation. Isn't it time that we as Middle Belt and Southerners work together in our communities? This is an undeclared war that's going on. In case you don't know. In case you don't know. Now let's listen on.
My husband had to run back with all of his colleagues back into the bar because they knew that if they could run for safety, maybe they would have been saved. But this lady said the manager, instead of helping out, pushed him out that they don't know him.
Yay. We have some soul searching to do. They don't know him in the face. So we are quite prepared for what is it are we sure that we value ourselves as Middle Beltans and Southerners in the face of these people who are foreigners, likely Fulanis, killing us? We will push. We don't want the trouble. We don't want to come to. So they're protecting. Why not protect? My people, we need to wake up. Let's listen on. Yeah.
How will you say you don't know the person that was setting up? I don't know if it was the first time or not. But at least.
So he goes in there to use the equipment, he pays, he sets up. Now he's trying to run for life. They push him out. We don't know you. Because you are afraid that the Fulanis may come and attack your business and bring it down. Are we not slaves already? Are we not slaves already? I'm just asking you. Are we not slaves? Are we, honestly? Are we not slaves already? That we were so frightened of anything being suggested to not suffer the wrath of foreigners. Fulanis are foreigners in our land. We are so afraid of them that we are prepared to put one of our own in danger so that we don't feel that danger. Isn't it time we stand together? This is, yeah. Let's listen on.
You saw him setting up. You saw a band setting up inside the place.
Look.
And most times they have their t-shirts.
Look at this man here. He's not a Yahoo boy. He's a musician trying to make it. He's a sound engineer. Ha. Ha. Well, yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I did okay. I did what I did. I hope so. Yes, I trust it. But this is in Lagos, in Lekki.
Legacy 360 band t-shirts being worn. They pushed him out. So the anger.
You see, she's carrying a child. There's a barely 2 years old child, I think, next to her. If I see, that's his head there, if I'm correct. And that's. Are we serious about really protecting the future for this generation, coming generation? These are the coming generation that you're looking at there, that the Fulanis don't give a toss about. They want our land. How much more are we going to, how many more words do we have to use to make us all understand that these people are after our land? And it is up to you and me, abroad and at home, to conscientize our people, to muster ourselves, gather ourselves together, and push back against these foreigners. How is it the foreigner is driving Okada? Okada is a business. A foreigner should not be allowed to be driving it. I want to put this suggestion forward across the whole of the Southwest and the middle belt, that we begin to ensure that we don't use any of their Okadas. Our own people should be the ones riding the Okada, we create business for ourselves that way. Why is it that we stand? We've been so psychologically conditioned to accept this oppression that it really has to stop. It is costing lives every day. The other day, it was Deborah. Now, it is David. Who next? I'm asking, who next?
That those guys, after running inside, caught him, came outside. They didn't meet those two guys because when those ones ran inside to go and pick my husband inside, so people had already helped those on the ground to the hospital. It was that anger they used in pouncing on my husband. Didn't just.
So they killed a man that had nothing to do with the bus fare. My people, is this what we will be doing? She Bashi Mama Wuri. You're watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power, is sharing across our platform this morning, because this is a harrowing and upsetting thing that we just saw, and I felt we needed to talk about this, and it is a teaching moment for all of us to make sure we understand why, when we say we need to go for Yoruba nation, we need to go for Biafra nation, we need to go for Middle Belt nation. This is why. I cannot show you. There are serious questions being asked that those who are involved in this, that they are not the citizens of our nation, but yet they are the ones riding Okada. How many of them are in place? Does the state governor know how many foreigners are riding Okada in our place? And does the state governor, Sanwo-Olu, understand the potential threat to the lives of the people, such as has just happened now with David? How many other states are having this kind of people we are understanding that these Fulanis are on every junction. They speak the same language. As far as they're concerned, they're one of them. But they're not our citizens. We, the citizens, are not protected. They are ganging up and killing us. And these people are talking to us to vote in 2023 elections. Listen on.
But he was burnt. As in burnt him.
They burnt him. They burnt him. The wife is saying they burnt. Look. As
if he was a robber.
For how long are we going to accept this? As if he was a... This is the wife telling us he was burnt. They set him on fire. They killed him and set him on fire. And the same thing happened with Deborah. They set her on fire. Under the guise of Islam as blasphemy. As we all know, blasphemy does not instruct anybody to kill anybody. There is nothing anywhere. It is a lie. This is all part of the plan. The Fulanis have a plan, whatever it takes to take out as many of us as possible because they want our land. The result is the same. Different actions. Oh, blasphemy, death. Oh, fair, death. Can we not connect the dots? Are we just going to stand aside and be looking as this is happening every day? This afternoon, I'm going to be having a meeting with a group of people today because they killed somebody else in Ondo State. The Fulanis. We are having a meeting in our group. This is somebody in... Let's listen on.
A father of 2 children, 5 years, and a year and 5 months today. This boy.
Okay, my name is Moferoli Adumi. Baby was like...
Let me just go here. Let me just show you the boy.
And a year and 5 months today.
You see? I just want you to look at that picture. And they killed the dad. Let me show you the dad that they killed. Now this young man, the kilo. That's who they killed though. Father to these 2 kids. And they are not, most likely not Nigerians. Many of the people who are riding okada now, they are not Nigerians. But yet the Nigerian Immigration Service is doing nothing about that. You know why? They have an agenda. Whilst we are busy talking about those of you, why is it the governor, they need to answer that question. But in the meantime, before they even answer the question, it is up to you and me to protect ourselves and our community. Can we organize ourselves and ensure that the only people that we will be using, who we ride the okada, are one of our own? That is who we can trust. They are bringing in foreigners who can do anything and get away with it. And they are protected by the government. They have not been arrested so far, for what I understand. Let's listen on.
This boy.
Okay, my name is Moferoli Adumi. Baby was like a brother to me. My first fashion exhibition, David came and set up all the decoration. David didn't take a dime, he only took the money for the equipment, the things he bought to decorate. That's how David...
Please, I'm going to just change subject just 1 second. May his soul rest in peace. I want you to look behind. When you are talking about one Nigeria, please look behind that picture. And if you look at that, that's a generator. We are in 2023. Those who are telling you to vote in that nonsense election, this is what they have reduced you to have chained generators to run your business. They can't provide you 24/7 electricity. They can't provide you safety. They can't provide you security. They can't provide you healthcare. There's nothing they can provide for you. Oh, sorry. I want to put that picture. Let me put that. I want to. Oh, man. I need to just make it smaller for a second so you can see that generator. Here. You see? That's a generator in the background. I wanted you to see that. So I just wanted you to see that. I hope it comes out. And then I'll bring it back again. This is courtesy of Guardian. But let me just see if that will show. I just want to just show you that when they are asking you to that they'll pay you, they'll give you 5,000 naira. They can never. You see? That's it there. You see? I'm putting it there. That's a generator behind her. And that is the clearest sign of failure of governance. The money that is supposed to be meant for your infrastructure, for your roads, water, light, schools, bridges, healthcare, safety, security. They are using the money to bring in foreigners. They are paying foreigners. They are giving them, buying guns for them, giving them equipment, giving them okada to come and kill us in our land. And you still believe in one Nigeria. When are you going to wake up? When? So I just wanted to show that. Now let's go on.
is. David can give you his leg. David can give you his leg. If you hear the whole story, he got burned to death because he came to help out. That's David.
You see, he wasn't the Okada rider. He wasn't the guy driving Okada. He came to help and they killed him. May one Nigeria never happen to any of us, or may one Nigeria never happen to any one of us. It is time to break it up. One Nigeria supports foreigners against Nigerians. One Nigeria supports foreigners against us, the citizens. One Nigeria supports foreigners. The foreigners, they will be protected because why? They are Fulanese. I showed it on this program. 2 programs we did yesterday, myself and Lady B. We talked about the fact that Bala Mohammed was telling you and I, that the Fulanese from all over West Africa, they are welcome because they're Nigerians. But us now, see our life. Our life means nothing. We are second-class citizens in the eyes of these people. Their cows are more important than our lives. It's time to send them back to Futajalon. They came with the lie about the Quran, that the Quran said if you're blasphemous, they should kill you on the spot. It's a lie. It's a blatant lie. But they're using it to kill us. They see us as non-believers in our own land. These are people who are guests in our land. It's time to remind them where they need to go back to, Futajalon. And we need to do it together. We need to do it together. Listen on.
That's David for you. That's David.
So he was called a ritualist, and they said that was why.
David is not a ritualist. Since I knew David, David has been hardworking. David does all the jobs. First of all, he's a sound engineer. That's how I knew him. The first time I met David, David was DJing for a church program. Everybody in Church of God Mission Lagos knows David. David does Uber on the side. David does every legal work to make it in life. David does not involve himself in illegal activities.
They went to Morocco police station. And as at this time, the case has been transferred to Panti. But to me, directly as his wife, no police reach out to me. No commission of information reach out to me. No government official called me. Nobody. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
Yes. Yes.
I am your staff.
Yes. You see? Yay. Did you hear what you just said just now? Let us play it back. Listen to what you said though. Listen. Listen. Oh.
No government official called me. Nobody. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. I am your staff.
That's your one Nigeria for you. They will ask you to pay. They will give you 5,000 naira. They will ask. They will make all the promises. The staff, the direct staff, shouldn't they? Let's just break up one Nigeria, please. We don't want any more of our lives being taken. Don't you agree? Can't you see? Can't you see what is going on? My people, can't you see what is happening? She is the staff of Baba Sanwo-Olu. I didn't fully comprehend that because there's another video I'm about to play. But it's when she said it now that it's been, I thought, okay, maybe she's a staff. Even the more reason to use this is. But you see, look, we have to break up contraception in Nigeria because it is a death camp that they put in place for Middle Belters and Southerners. The Fulanis want our land. We need to understand that. And the only way to stop this is to push back vigilante groups. All of the Okada riders, they need to check in every state. They need to provide documentation. If they are Fulanis and they are coming into our place, they are a threat to us. Because you can see the evidence. They ganged up on over 100 people. Ganged up, beat a man that wasn't even the guy who was riding the Okada. They killed him. They burnt him. And nothing will happen to those 100. And you tell us to believe in one Nigeria. Please, let's do the right thing. Let's wise up. My Middle Belt brothers, my Igbo brothers, my Yoruba brothers, let us unite and break this contraption. We can declare a referendum, but we need coordinated action, unity to work together. We need vigilante groups. These guys are foreigners walking in our midst, in the garage. They're there. Look, they're there for a purpose. Each and every one of those Okada riders that you see at the junction, they are there. They're there for a particular purpose. When they get the signal, they will start taking action. They know all our homes. They know where we come from. Every move, they're watching us. And they're foreigners in our land. Yes. Listen on.
I am a civil servant. Ijede Local Council Development Area. That's where I work.
You see?
As a senior technical officer mechanical.
You see?
Works and infrastructure department.
You see? You
Help
see?
me.
You see?
Ọ̀nà Èkó gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ o.
Yes, so it's because Eko don't spoil you. Under these people, Eko is spoiled, is rotten. Under Tinubu, under Sanwo-Olu, under Buhari, the whole nation is destroyed because that's their plan. The people that will resurrect our land are the people, the son of the soil. As we say in Yoruba land, the son of the soil are the ones who are going to fix the nation. We are going to fix Yoruba nation, the son of the soil. I know I'm joking a little bit, but you see where I'm going. With it, we cannot expect a Fulani man to come to Yoruba land and say he's going to fix it for a Yoruba man. It is only a Yoruba man that will fix Yoruba land. You know, get them. So that is what we need to do. It is only an Igbo man that will fix Igbo land. We know one Fulani because the Fulani man, he won't collect una land. Make una wake up, get sense, receive sense. Please. Break it up.
Májò torí ẹ̀ bàjẹ́ o.
Eko don't spoil under.
Help me, help my children.
You see?
Justice for my husband as well must be served.
I'm sorry, Grace. I'm sorry. You will never get justice from Fulani. Fulani will only protect Fulani. That is my understanding. From what we are understanding here, based on what present information that I have, I stand corrected if it is to be different. But what we are saying is that, and I've had many information, at every junction, there are Fulanis there. Or majority of the Okada riders, they are Fulanis. It's time we wake up. We should be asking, when you go somewhere in the UK here, you can ask somebody for their ID. If they're coming into, if they're coming to your door, if you're going on a, in fact, on the buses, some of them have their ID on them. The police have ID. You can ask questions, and then people who are, security people, they'll have IDs. These guys, they just say, these guys, they kill, as you can see now, and they killed the man, a totally innocent man. Yoruba people, Igbo people, Middle Belt people, please, let us unite and go for self-determination. Collective self-determination is what we need. This is clear evidence that nation is a killing field for us. They are killing the indigenous people and replacing us with Fulanis. The federal government of Nigeria pardoned 35,000 Boko Haram and ISWAP, who are foreigners. They pardoned them and they give them homes and they brought their families into our land. They are foreigners. What do you think that means? They are bringing in more Fulanis to replace the indigenous people. Make una shine una eye. I beg, may una wake up. May una wake up, my people. May una wake up. I beg.
Dave Sam must not just die like this. Every culprit must be served their judgment. I had to voice for him. How? Tell me, just tell me, how do I go?
You see that? I just want you to just stare on that picture. I don't need to say anything. You know what you see. We can't go on like this. So please don't let anybody fool you to believe in anything one Nigeria. I don't care who they are. Don't let anybody fool you to believe in anything called one Nigeria, because this is the result of one Nigeria. What you're seeing on your screen is the result of one Nigeria. One Nigeria has only one agenda. I'm going to play it for you now. Let me get it out, because I don't think people understand when we are talking about this. I don't think, and we have to keep hammering this home until we get it. May his soul rest in peace. Look, tell me you're not having a tear in your mind. I'm crying. I'm crying, but I'm just trying to just keep, because I'm doing this program to awaken us. And that's what I'm trying to just focus on getting this message. This is what one Nigeria does to you. Yes. Right. Okay. I'm going to just play the section for you. I want you to listen. The reason why they are not touching, they are letting any Fulani, whether we document, and I understand that the Pantame has given 10 million worth of national identity, whatever, NINs to Fulanis. How many have we received as indigenous people? How many? Now, let me play this for you, and just so you will understand. I will come back to this. Let me play this for you.
People with passion who understand them and who they believe in, people like us from that part of the country, to say, yes, we have this. Because today there is no limit to the accusation that this and that has happened and it is the Fulani man who caused it. There is no tribe that is not, that you don't have this criminality in. But certainly the way and manner we do it is really exacerbating the crisis and the problems.
Will there be any form of documentation of all the people that will be,
yes, we are
within that?
Oh yes, that is going to give Nigeria the opportunity to really have the best in terms of documentation in the demographics. Because, as I said, a Fulani man settles anywhere he can feed his cattle. And so, if they are put in one place and they are made to understand that this is to save them and their animals, they are exposed to the vagaries of the forest and what is going on, cattle rustling, killings and what have you. And that's why it is important for them to understand that staying in one place is good. And of course, in terms of the best practice of carrying the meat, the cows and the
let's stay with that security angle for a bit. Is
there
going to be
now?
Is this plan going to be a fenced enclosure where anyone who comes in is secured, so there is no one that can just come in from anywhere else?
No. It is going to be a colony.
Listen,
and a colony does not require a fence.
You will understand
it is not going to be a prison.
You will understand the reason why people are concerned, because of all the security issues that have been happening over time. So if that...
These forests are there anyway. If you don't...
Can you see? Can you see? That's your one Nigeria. You are talking about one Nigeria. And their one Nigeria includes bringing all Fulanis from all over West Africa. Listen on. Make we receive sense, I beg.
Occupy them and create a colony out of them. They create places for the criminals. Yeah. And today, that's why you have the Sambisa forest, because it is not being utilized.
But Your Excellency, much as yes, I mean, they are fantastic. We have met a lot of them who are Fulanis as well. But the concern too is, why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
Let me ask, let's play that part again, because we have to keep doing this. If I have to do it 10 times a day, I will do this, because that way you will receive sense. Those of you still talking to me or anybody about one Nigeria, you need to understand this is a threat against you and your coming generations. Oh, make I play them back.
You see, as I said,
Let me explain.
Create place.
Them who are Fulanis as well. But the concern too is, why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
You see, as I said, we are already accommodating them.
Listen.
Do you delineate and then really know who is not a Fulani man from Nigeria? They are all Nigerians, because I said their identity, their own citizenship is Nigerian, even though we have relations all over the world, all over Africa. And so, presumably they are Nigerians. I think you get me. That is the misunderstanding.
Did you see that now? From all over Africa, they can also be Nigerian. A Nigerian, when they become a Nigerian, they now kill a indigenous citizen, such as what we are hearing. I don't have the facts, but I think, from what I understand, the guy, those of who did the killing, many of them, if you go and look at it, they're Fulanis. And we are just standing there looking. It's time we start taking those roles on. We need to create our own okada riders. Our safety is in question here. Please watch where you're eating. Stop eating cow meat. Stop buying suya. Stop going and buying tomatoes from a Fulani man selling on, because everything is injected. Look, we are sleepwalking into disaster. My people, we need to wake up. You heard the guy. Let's listen on. No.
They move from one place to the other, and they have relations, kith and kins in all the parts of the country and even outside the country. So that is why our own population is fluid. You can certainly not say.
So their own population is fluid, but they closed the border against us, against my people in Benin Republic, and against the side on the other side along Cameroon as well. Are we saying that so they're the only ones who have relatives? We don't, Abi. We don't. So the Fulanis are allowed to be Nigerians, but the others who may want to come from that, they can't be. Can you see the absurdity of what? Are you talking to me about that there's one Nigeria? Which is one Nigeria? What do you mean by one Nigeria? Are you really, what you really mean to say is that you want a Fulanized nation where the Fulanis own all the resources? And that is what is happening. You go and open refinery in Lagos and you say it's Dangote refinery. I beg, please wake up, my people. The last road before the Atlantic is called Amadu Bello Way. This is for a man that says that the land of the Nigeria should be the estate of our father. We will use the north as willing tools, and we see the south as conquered territory. We will never allow them to rule over us, and never allow them to have control over their destiny. And you are telling me that we are one Nigeria? Hey, look, let's just break it up. You hear me? We have work to do. We have work to do. Let's listen on, and I'll go back to the lady.
This is the population of Nigeria.
So these issues was raised these same issues were raised in NEC. And NEC admitted and accommodated all of these concerns and said, yes, we will do this.
All these issues, there were some, you see, when decisions are taken, you don't give a dissenting view. It is a decision that it should be done, and state will look at its peculiarities and what it wishes. So for some of us, we think it's a very good thing. We can even say we will accommodate all the Fulanis in Bauchi if you want, and then we'll be taking their meat and their products to you, and then we'll make a lot of money.
Okay, 200 days.
Please, I just want you to understand what that means, in case many of you don't understand. For every Fulani they're bringing in, they are going to use the money meant for your roads, for your schools, for your bridges, for your hospitals, for your light, for your water, for your waste disposal. They are using that money to pay the Fulanis. And what is worse, the Fulanis not only paying them, they are protecting them as they kill you, such as they just killed this young man. So you see, we're not one Nigeria. It should be, we are not one Nigeria. Yes, they let down, yes, you're right. Yes, so the middle class in Nigeria has really let us down. The security, the society, and let down the security. What you guys are doing, filling the gap of the lack of engagement of the middle class in Nigeria. And they are matching their words with action while the Southerners keep quiet and muted. Yes, I agree with you. My brother, just reason. Thank you very much. I'm going to read a host of questions comments across the various platforms as well. So let's go on to Oduduwa TV Radio and hear what people are saying there as well. I'm just, please continue to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, the platform where we speak truth to power. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. The more thumbs up, the more we'll reach. We are grateful for your support, and it's very important in the work that we're doing to raise the level of awareness. We are all in this. I want you to know, if you're a Middle Beltan, if you're a Biafran, if you're a Oduduwa man, this is a responsibility that you must carry without question. You must bear this responsibility without question. Be engaged, be involved in this process. We need the more of us that speak out and raise the awareness of our people. We know people will understand how much danger we are in. We are in so much danger. War is upon us. Over 100 people beat up this guy, killed him, set fire to him at the Okada garage. And no police came. No police came. No police came. Think about that. Think about that. Now let's see what they're saying here. Of course, we agree. Turkey, yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay, they are watching from Turkey. Oluwaseun Adeboye, thank you very much. Oduwatide Equito, thank you so much. So there are comments there. Let's go and look on Oduduwa TV Radio and of course Citizen AY on Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube as you're watching. This is a really sad edition. There's every day. This afternoon at 3 o'clock, we're going to have a meeting. I'm going to try and see if I can even speak to the family, get the family and talk to them. And because this is really, I don't know how we're going to, anyway, but that's another thing. We will see how that goes. So in the past few days now, all we're talking about is the death of another Middle Beltan, another Southerner at the hands of these Fulanis. But you're telling me to believe in one Nigeria. Hey. Okay, hopefully you will wake up. Those of you that still saying that, hopefully you will wake up. We need you to wake up sooner rather than later. Yeah, we need you to wake up sooner rather than later. So yeah. So Ola Son Sonki, we need to wake up. It's going around staff. This is going around staff, exactly. No going back. Yoruba Nation must stand. Imagine she's one of the staff, exactly. The last man standing. AY, the strong son of Oduduwa. Prince Franklin, thank you so much. Keep the fire burning. You are hitting them hard. Is the South only Biafra Yoruba Nation? No, Linus, please, no, it isn't though. Linus, let me answer that question directly. He said, is the South only Biafra Yoruba Nation? You only make reference to them from South. As if there are no other nations from the South. Please, Linus, if you are a Southerner, and I mean Southerner as in Yoruba, Igbo, Ebibio, Efik, Ishon, whatever please do not, this is the generalization. I do not, all of us now, we are all entitled to speak up. And that is why it is important we actually get some sort of organized system out to be able to identify these areas. And it doesn't matter what we call ourselves at this point. What is important is that we first let us get out of contract with Nigeria, and then we can have our nations as so much in the many ways that we want. Luxembourg has 39,000 people and their nation, so we can have that easily. We can ensure that happens also in the South or in the Middle Belt, or please don't. I am not here to sort of rule out anybody. We all have a voice. The indigenous people, please, let's put it that way. We are the indigenous people, whatever that terms means. You might be Ishon, you might be Shekiri, you might be BBBO, you might be Igbo, we are all relevant. And our voices via our referendum in our areas will be effective, because that will be the voice of the people. That is what is missing. In the fraudulent 1999 constitution, there is no referendum where our voice as people are represented. So please do not take this as though I'm trying to make a blanket statement and rule anybody out. No, we don't. Nobody has the power to do so. So please, my brother, I hope that answers your question. Do not take offense. We are all important in this, and this is why we're asking you. The more we speak up, we need to hear from Middle Belt. We need to hear from everyone. All of us must speak up. Join the struggle. Do live broadcasts, get videos, let's have meetings, let's have discussions. That's the only way we can achieve what we're trying to do collectively. I hope that answers your question. Please do not take offense. I don't mean that to say we are sweeping statement that nobody else matters. No, we all matter. And I hope that answers your question. Thank you, my brother. So let's just look at what is being said on Oduduwa TV Radio on Facebook as well. So I'm just trying to make you understand. I will go back to we're going to go back to one or two comments made by the lady when she spoke, and I want to just make sure that we understand that we are in danger. And we need a collective effort. We cannot stand on the side and just be talking. We need collective effort, So we have to wake up, So thank you very much, Bashir Mustafa. Yes, thank you, Yoruba Force, exactly. Jesu, I love this, thank you. All these associations derailed us from Yoruba nation struggle. Exactly. Òtítọ́ ló máa lékè Yorùbá nation ló máa borí gbogbo wọn. Yes, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Thank you very much. So I'm just reading a section. I learned that the same issues happened in Gowon's estate some months ago, all because of 100 Malam Okada riders killed someone and the whole place was in chaos. How long will this continue? If we can end SARS successfully, we should be able to curtail this nefarious act by notorious Okada riders in Yoruba land. Yeah, okay, but the next step now is to actually go for Yoruba nation. That is the only solution that I can see. Because if you wait, they don't see us as their equals. We are second-class citizens in the eyes of the Fulanis, and they are making foreigners first-class citizens above us. That is the important thing. They are making the foreigners first-class citizens above us in our own land. Our lives don't matter. So we really cannot be in contraction Nigeria. It is a danger for us to remain in it. For the coming generation, I hope that is a very important point here. So please, let us join hands. Don't just watch this broadcast. Have you shared it? Have you subscribed to Citizen AY on YouTube? Go ahead and do so. Let me show you how you can do that. Go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube now. Subscribe. Hit notification button. Give us a thumbs up. That's for those of you on Facebook. Again, and again, I'm going to do the same thing here. Those of you who are on, I believe that is probably the Oduduwa TV radio, I think, or Facebook. So go ahead, subscribe to us. Hit notification button. Again, give us a thumbs up. The more thumbs up, the more we reach more people. We need to be engaged in this, and also start your own, broadcast. We want to promote as many of us possible. We can't continue like this. We really cannot. So we have to really continue to raise the level of consciousness in our communities. This is a personal responsibility that all of us must take on. So go ahead, once again, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. We have a section that is for the Citizen AY Constitutional Awareness Action Group. We have a new membership scheme going on YouTube, and we would like you to join us there. We're going to have discussions about how each and every one of us can actually, as members of the Citizen AY Constitutional Awareness Action Group, be able to disseminate information to our own communities directly. And this is a process whereby we will expand the knowledge in terms of the fraudulent constitution and the steps we can take individually and collectively to empower our people to be able to take decisions to free themselves from contraction Nigeria. This is a collective effort. So this is something that I would like to bring on board and talk about at length later on. But let us just go back now to what we were discussing earlier on. Let us listen to a little bit more of the Bala Mohammed. So I'm hoping people are more and more getting aware that the Fulanis it is a Fulani first nation. Nigeria is a Fulani first nation. Everybody else doesn't matter. You can quote me. Nigeria is a Fulani first nation, and those of the indigenous people do not matter. That is the reality that we face, and that should be enough for us to take the steps we need to take to free ourselves from bondage, because we are in bondage. Make no mistake about that. Let's listen on.
Yes, but no. Let's just transit, maybe a little smoothly. How will this plan help the Bauchi meat factory?
Thank you very much. We have a Bauchi meat factory.
So I'm not going to go into that now because he's trying to talk about Bauchi. We're not interested in that. I'm asking you, those of you who are still talking about One Nigeria, please understand, this is what One Nigeria is doing to us. This lady here, this is what is done to her. Let's listen.
Please help me. Take up the way from my children.
See, they say they've arrested 4 persons suspected to have participated in a grievous harm. The question we need to ask is, if they've arrested them, are they from this country? What's their names? They have why? You see, we need to see them, and Sanwo-Olu needs to go and actually come on air and address this. But that's all, by the by. Our focus is to go for Yoruba nation. This is evidence of one Nigeria. When we say may one Nigeria never happen to you, this is what we mean. Because one Nigeria has happened to that man. May his soul rest in peace. Let me go back to one video where the wife spoke directly to Sanwo-Olu, and he actually she was really very So let me put that up, and you'll see it play up now. 1 second. Let me just I want to give that to you so that you can actually have that as well. Hang on, I'm trying to get it up. Hopefully you're there. So look, whilst we're waiting for that to load up, what I want us all to do, everything that is being done now, I want you to understand that we are being oppressed financially, psychologically, spiritually, militarily, economically, in all ways. Deprivation. There is a deliberate plan of impoverishing us in a land of plenty. That alone is justification for us to go our own way. And to cap it all off, that constitution is a fraud. There is no referendum to back what they're doing. There is simply none. You will never find it anywhere. And I insist on that they, until we break away, if we do not break away, they will continue to oppress us. They might have don't be surprised if they suddenly say, okay, you will have a Igbo president, but the vice president will be Fulani. And they may take out the Igbo one, and the Fulani will still be your president. Or they might even live in there, but he will be controlled by the Fulani. Look, enough of this. Let us go our own way. That is what must happen. It is more for the coming generation. We owe it to them. The injustice that has made many of us leave our country is what we must address. And the best way to address it is to break away. Let me go here now. So let me see. Let me do this now. That's Grace there. Listen.
I am one of your staff at Ijede LCDA. I'm in the Department of Works and Infrastructure.
So
I'm an engineer, mechanical. I am active there. You can ask of my name and you will get it there. All I want is justice for David. Justice for Dave Sound. Everyone that has hand in his death must face the wrath of the Lord. David has 2 little kids.
Listen now.
One is 5 years, and the other one is 1 year and 4 months. So I want you, even if not for nothing, for the kids. For the kids, so Eko gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ o, ó wá kù sọ́wọ́ wa. Sanwo-Olu tí kò bá bàjẹ́, ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló tọwọ́ bàjẹ́ o. Sanwo-Olu Èkó gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ o. Èkó gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. It's not just a slogan, but it's something that Tinubu has been holding for long. Sanwo-Olu ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí.
So that's her demand to Sanwo-Olu. She's a member of the staff, so she's justified to ask that question. And I want to, I am bringing this to us, and it's so painful to just even say that, man. It is so painful to say, may one Nigeria never happen to you. Because think about the psychology of saying, may one Nigeria never happen to you. Because already at that point, you've understood that one Nigeria means death, destruction, deprivation, impoverishment, pain, misery, lack of care by your governance. That is what Nigeria has driven many of us to. So when we say, may one Nigeria never happen to you, of course it's not something we want to say But the reality on ground, when thousands of us are going across the sea, dying in the process. I have got personal friends that watch his girlfriend die in the Mediterranean Sea, trying to cross for a better life. Not knowing that the better life that they're seeking is right there in country of Nigeria, but being denied by those Fulanis that want your land. Your life means nothing if you're a Southerner, but it means everything to the Fulani if you're a Fulani. And they will bring you, even if you're not from the part, they will bring you in and make you a Nigerian above those who own the land. We, the Southerners, we, the Middle Belters, and everybody else in between. This is the task we must take on. However many times this will take me to come out and talk and raise awareness, I will do. But at the same time, there are things that we need to do on ground. And that's what I'm trying to do with the Citizen Network Concern Awareness Action Group. Because the more our people are aware that they have the power as a collective to make a decision, a binding decision that no force on this planet, there's no government, no organization can ignore. Once they understand that a collective decision made by an indigenous people, whereby they carry out a referendum, that referendum is something that nobody on this planet can ignore. It's important that message reaches all our communities in the Middle Belt, in the South as well. And whatever names we want to call ourselves, this is really, really important. What we just watched now is truly, truly harrowing. The other day, the girl in Kaduna, they said the man that is a foreigner. What is a foreigner doing amongst us to the extent that he will instigate the burning of an indigenous person? Let me show you what this guy, the sickening thing that should wake us all up. If we don't, if you're not already awake, this should wake you. He was holding the match and saying, "This is the match I used in burning Deborah," and he's a foreigner. But you tell me there's a one Nigeria. Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. If you believe that, let me see if I can find it. So that's her. Sorry about that. Yeah. So there's one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring this. I want you to look at, again, in the middle of all of this. Let me just, I'll get that picture. 1 second though. 1 second. I need to make sure I've got that picture. If I don't have it here, I will bring it up presently. I just need to do something quickly, right quick. I'm hoping it comes up. Yeah, okay. I'm going to download this again and you will see it come up now, because I think it's easier if I do it that way. Now, okay. Now, this is the young man, well, the Fulani. The man, he took the life of an indigenous, person. He admitted it. He said, these are his words. He said, "I killed her." Again, I killed her. I want you to note the same thing. This is all part of their plan. Whatever they claim that we did, the result will end up in our death. That is the strategy. Whatever they claim we did against them. And they are always the ones who are going to come and for reprisal or, in our land. They tell us we're not non-believers. They call us infidels. They disregard our laws. They disregard our culture. Everything has to be on, and they are taking our land. And those who call themselves politicians are silent in the face of this nonsense. This young man here, see the words there. I killed her. I burnt her. You can see the matchbox I used in setting our blaze here. And he's a foreigner. And yet you're telling me that we're one Nigeria. Tell me how we're one. I'd like to know. Tell me how. These are things that we really must work on. And I hope you can really understand where we are going. And it is really important that we begin to identify the critical steps that we need to take. That's why the Citizen Constitutional Awareness Action Group, we're going to get something off the ground again. And we've been doing a lot of work in terms of the Constitution. In fact, the Constitution was what the work we were doing in that in the group, whereby I will be coming every day talking about the constitution, was what made many people aware for the first time that we even had a constitution, and then later on made them aware that that constitution is actually a fraud. And now what we need to do is to, with the combined knowledge of those two things, that now we now need to make people know that there is no referendum backing it, which is why I was trying to bring you to this point here, which I'm going to show you. Again, I want you to understand that there is nothing like a constitution. It is a fraud. It is a lie. What they call to you a constitution is actually a promulgation decree. It says so on the top of the document. Any document that's going to be shown to you, and they're going to say they let them dispute this. It was copyrighted in 2005. 2005. You can quote me on that. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. And anybody who becomes a president has to swear on oath on this same document. They are bound not to change it, because that is the document that they've imposed upon you. That tells you the fact that if you cannot change that, we're not a democracy. We are being dressed up as a democracy. We're not. We are not a democracy. And it's a military document. It's a military document, and the military will not allow democracy to get a photo, because if it does, that means that they will have to allow referendum, and that means that this constitution will not be passed by anybody. Our voice we've been denied our voice to have a referendum to either accept or reject this fraudulent constitution. Instead, he has been imposed. So I'm just going to show you, I'm trying to show you that so you know. This was carried out on the 5th day of May, 1999. You can see that. Without our say-so, without any referendum, they imposed this fraud on us. And we are suffering as a result of that till today. Now, everything you see, federal military government, a constitutional debate committee. What debate? What debate was held? Anybody point out where there was any debate held where the people were actively allowed to have local government discussions, town hall meetings? Go and bring the evidence. You will never find it. It was just written on paper. That was it. And then they say the provisional. So you see, they use two words for themselves. The federal military government, provisional ruling council. They are one and the same. They're one and the same. And it's important we understand that. Now, the one thing I want to go and show you before I probably will wrap up here, and I'm probably going to come back later on. But I wanted to touch on this. I wanted you to know that what we are being ruled by now is a fraudulent document. It says here, omit all parts of this decree. They grant the printers the right to omit all parts of this decree. The Provisional Ruling Council, aka the federal military government, they grant the printer who will print this document the right to omit all parts of this decree from the schedule. And that means that they're lying to you. And then they said, the final word I want you to look at, this decree may be cited as a constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. You see, this decree, and it says at the top of it, promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. That's what they're referring to. When they say this decree, I'm referring to promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. And I'm trying to break this down as much as we can so that many of us can be empowered to talk about this at any level, everywhere, and expose the lie. What we have is a fraud. We cannot continue to support a fraud. We must say no to that election. And one thing I want to show you on top of all of that, to make you even more, to wake you up, to shock many of you. When they talk about INEC, it's a fraud. It's a fraud, and I'll show you why. But before we go to that, I want to just make sure you really understand here. When they say omit all parts of this decree from the schedule. So what you're seeing, they know that it's a schedule. But when they're going to print it, they will call it the Constitution. So let's go right there and look at what that looks like and how you need to really pass this message on. I really feel sorry for the family of David and his wife and the kids. May his soul rest in peace, and may she find comfort. Maybe we need to rally around those kind of things. And this is one thing I want to say. Every one of our children killed, who are Igbos, Yorubas, Middle Beltans, and everything in between, we need to make sure that we respect that life. We have to begin to put respect in that life, because the Fulanis are not respecting our life. They are not showing us any respect about our individual lives. They are treating us like cattle. So what must happen first thing first is for us to begin to respect each of our lives. how we treat each other is very important, because that we start protecting ourselves psychologically, then physically we can manifest that. It has to start psychologically. We have to view each other in very much as family, protecting ourselves against the threats of the Fulanis. And every life is precious. Every one of our lives that the Fulanis are killing or taking is precious. We need to honor it. We need to remember it. A minute silence. So many things that we need to be doing. Because we need to change that psychology. Because we've been made to believe in that we are worth nothing by all the ways they've distracted us psychologically. And we need to break that up. We need to rebuild who we are. We are damaged by the actions of these people. So please, I'm calling on us all. It's a lot of work for us to do here. Now let me just quickly, I'll come back to this thing here. Let me show you what I mean by that constitution. There's two things I want to show you. And I want you to, so that you will know, I've not forgotten about the INEC. I will show you that, but I want to show you when they talk about that we're a constitution, it's actually a schedule. And I want to bring that to your attention so that you are aware. Let me just go here. And again, I'll do this in Yoruba as well at some point, but I just need to, sometimes when you're doing this, it is important that we get along and do this. So like I said, we have, as we speak now, before the creation of Yoruba Nation, there is already a proposed constitution. Let me just show you what that looks like. Now, anybody can propose the constitution. What is different, what is the key thing is, once we all agree, okay, we want that constitution, now a referendum will take place on it. So this is a proposal. It says here, proposed constitution of Nigeria, of Yoruba Nation. Proposed constitution of Yoruba Nation, not Nigeria. Nigeria never proposed anything. They simply imposed a constitution on you that you had no, a decree. And they called it, what is more, they lied to you. They called it a constitution. It's actually a decree. They imposed it upon you. So this is what you have in Yoruba Nation. So I've got that there. If you go to citizeny.org on internet and on the page www.citizeny.org on the web page, and you can see this there. It's called Proposed Yoruba Constitution. So it's there. Now let's go back to the bit I wanted to show you. Now at the top of what you see here, I call it a fraudulent 1999 constitution. Now here's what I want you to see. At the very top of the page, it says here, Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What it should say is a schedule to the promulgation decree number 24 of 1999. That's what it says. This is not the constitution. This is the decree. And the reason why it says, I am saying that is because on here, it says to omit all part of this decree from the schedule, which means that what you're calling a constitution is actually a schedule. These are the realities that many people are not aware of. And I'm hoping that by talking about it, we can make as many people awake and know that what we have is a fraud. Now, let's go to page, I think, is it page 9? Let me see. I might be page 9. Let's see. I think it's 9. Let's see what I've got here. I want to just show you that INEC is a fraud because it was created in the same 1999 constitution. That means you cannot trust a fraud. If the constitution is a fraud, then the INEC itself is what? A fraud. And that's what I wanted you to look at. So here we go. So it says here, if you look on there, you see what I've highlighted there. I hope you can see it. Let me go back again. Let me 1 second. I want to just check that you're seeing what I'm seeing. So let me move that up a little bit. There. You see, that is within that 1999 schedule, a promulgation decree. Schedule to a promulgation decree, not a constitution. And that is a fraud. That is why, that's another clear reason why you should not be taking part in any elections. Because it is, this INEC was created on the basis of the imposition of the fraudulent promulgation decree number 24 of 1999 that is dressed up for you to look like a constitution. These are things that many of us need to be aware of. And I'm hoping that many of you, as you're watching this, will share this information. These are information that our people need to know because we have been lied to for so long. So long. So long. These are things that we really need to continue to speak up on. Speak truth to power. We've been lied to. And many of those we call our Yoruba leaders, our Igbo leaders, our Middle Belt leaders, they've been part and parcel of the lie. And it is time for us to shatter it and open the eyes of our youth. Many of you that are dancing and everything else and all of that, you need to realize what is being done, so that we can go and work together and actualize Yoruba Nation, actualize Biafra Nation, actualize Middle Belt Nation, and other nations in between. Because it's our right to self-determination, and these guys have lied to us for long enough, and we've suffered at the hands and injustice at the hands of those who should never be any part of our nation. This is an imposition. This is a fraud, and I want us all to really wake up and really play our part in this struggle. I need you all to please make sure this message is not just here alone. Share it to many people. I will try and come back and do it in broken, in depth. I'll do it in Yoruba as well, on Yoruba Oduduwa TV Radio. But what we're trying to do is to make sure that we are aware that this is a fraud that's been perfected on all of us collectively. And we need to break this down. The only people that can free us is ourselves. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of it can stop at a time. How long must they kill our prophet? Whilst we stand aside and look, whoa. Some say it's just the bed of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing, yeah? This song of freedom is all I ever hear. Oh yeah, redemption song, redemption song. This song of freedom is all I ever hear. Oh yeah, yeah, redemption song. It's only us that can free us, nobody else. Don't wait for anybody from up all night to save you. Don't wait for somebody from the UN to come and save you. Don't wait for the West to come and save. Don't. It is our people, all of us working together collectively, putting back our humanity among us, respecting each and every one of us, and rejecting the attempt by the Fulanis to make us second-class citizens in our own land. We need to remind them that they come from Futajalon. This land is the land of our ancestors as Igbos, as Yorubas, as Middle Beltans, and everybody else in between. That's a fact. And I hope you will hold on to that and use that as a motivating factor to go forward. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please, I want you to, as you're watching this, don't forget to subscribe to Citizen Network on YouTube. Help us grow this platform, and also subscribe to Oduduwa TV Radio as well. This broadcast is likely been in English. I'll be back in later on and do a Yoruba one. There will be other things that we might be doing. Like I said, there is a killing again, another Yoruba man killed by a Fulani, and we're going to be having meetings with a group of people later on this afternoon to discuss that. We may bring that live. We may, depending on what the people say, we work on this collectively. Depending on how things are going in that way, we will give updates on that. But somebody was killed just this Sunday in Ondo State, and we're trying to establish and look at how we can do things. And very much like this young lady now that's been made a just been, she's made a widow, this young lady here, and she's a government, staff, there she is, with the two kids, look, with the two kids. Let me go back. I want you to see what is most, I'm trying to get to where she's talking about the two kids, and there you go. That's what I want you to have. Let me make that smaller. So she got two kids there. There you have it. This video is a courtesy of Guardian TV. But it's a talking point, and it's okay for one to be able to discuss this and use it as a talking point, and that's what I've done here, so that we can understand the need for us to take collective action. So that is what you have, and that means look at the tears in her eyes. This is Nigeria happening to her. And every time Nigeria happens to any one of us, as Middle Beltans, as Igbos, as Yorubas, as everything else in between, this is the result. It's tears, sorrow, and, like Fela said, them leave sorrow, tears, and blood. Them regular trademark. Them regular trademark. Them regular trademark. Them leave sorrow, tears, and blood. Them regular trademark. That's what they do. That's what the Fulanis do. To take our land, that's what they're doing. It's time we woke up. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. When you get this podcast, please do share it. I hope this resonates with you. Don't just leave it and watch it and pack it to one side. If it motivates you to start up a page and talk about this and raise concerns in your community, great. We need more people to take part in this. Each and every one of us, we have the right to take collective action to free ourselves. Only us can free us collectively. We need to unite. There has to be unity between the three areas, the middle belt, the south, east, west, southeast. We need to unite collectively and break away from contract Nigeria. Because the contract Nigeria is a fraud. As I've just shown you, the constitution is a fraud, and the INEC is a fraud. It's a fraud that we should play no part in. Say no to 2023 elections. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm leaving it with. I mean, I'm just leaving her soul. I mean, we hope that she finds that you know, the strength to endure and get through this really tragic time. And may the soul of David, the man killed, may his soul rest in peace. Please, just before I go, I want to thank you all for joining me. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later to give you some more updates. I felt this was something that we needed to talk about at length and be able to cover and show how Nigeria has failed all of us collectively. Even in the broadcast, you saw I showed the generator. And the generator, every time you see a generator, have it in mind that that's the clear sign that Nigeria has failed you. Every time you see a generator in contract to Nigeria, it is a clear sign that Nigeria has failed us, because the money that could have been used to have 24/7 electricity, guess what? They are giving it to terrorists, Fulani terrorists. They're giving them homes. They're bringing them into the country. They're financing them. They're sending them on holidays on our money. The money we could be used for building roads to protect our lives as indigenous people, the people to whom the land belongs. And that is why you can no longer continue to talk about or support one Nigeria. I hope that makes some sense to you. Thank you for watching. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Before I go, let me just do one thing, the usual thing. Go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY. Click the red button, hit the notification button, and give us the thumbs up. We'd really, really appreciate that. And so thank you for taking the time to watch this podcast. I hope it resonates with you. Please, we would like you to go ahead and share this broadcast and make sure the words and the message you hear. Again, don't forget, subscribe. Yeah, there will be no elections, exactly. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, hit the notification button, give us a thumbs up. Please, on all the platforms, on Oduduwa TV Radio, and also on Citizen AY, always give us thumbs up. The more thumbs up, the more we reach more people. We're grateful. And then, of course, on the Facebook, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. Facebook, we don't know what they're doing from one minute to the next. We don't want to rely on them. They're deliberately keeping our numbers down. But we will see what we can do, if we can resolve that or not. If not, we will just move on completely to YouTube as time goes on. But want to say, above all, please subscribe to Citizen AY, hit the notification button, and of course, give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining. Like I said, Nigeria has happened to her. What we're trying to do now is stop Nigeria happening to anybody in the South and Middle Belt from here on. Our unity is the only way we can achieve that. You see, in fact, our unity is the only way to guarantee a better future for the coming generation of Middle Beltans and Southerners and everybody in between. Our unity. Let's work together to achieve this. We have the right to self-determination. I thank you all so much for joining and watching. Oh, one more thing. I just remembered before I go. Please, there is a match going on the 21st and 22nd of May. Let me show you. I forgot to do that. I was going to mention it, but I just slipped my mind. But now I just remember. Let me quickly play that to you. I'm respectfully, I'm going to change from that picture that you see now. And then let's talk about that a little bit. I'm hoping I can find it. It was here just now. Here we go. So condolences to the family of David, Grace, and the children, 1.5-month old and 5-year-old, and the mom. And we hope that those who are in power are not just going to talk; they will help. But that is why we have to leave contract to Nigeria. So there's a march going on 21st and 22nd of May 2022 in Johannesburg. We have the t-shirts. If you want it, get in touch with Citizen AY, +44 739 580 606. Get a copy. I'll come back and talk about this later on as well. Send us a text, WhatsApp us about the t-shirt, and we'll organize how you can get that in the UK. It's been sold in UK, in Italy, in US, in Spain by Alagba Imoh, by in UAE I believe it's by Imoh, I think, and there's a few, and in Nigeria there's some people who selling as well, and we try and see how we can get involved in that. But I want to thank you for joining. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Thank you for watching. Please do share this podcast, and I appreciate you taking the time to join us and listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to listen to what we're saying and exchanging and leaving some comments, even just for watching, even for sharing. So every time if you do that, we are so thankful. I also thank my Biafran brothers. The another thing I want to touch on is the fact now that apparently BBC Niger, BBC Pigeon is trying to silence many of the Facebookers, of all of us on Facebook, and particularly my Biafran brothers. That is a concern. I'm going to look into that, and maybe I'll do a broadcast about it. And also tune in with us on Monday afternoon, 3 p.m. sharp with Mazi Alozie. Myself and Mazi Alozie, we do a radio broadcast. So do tune in, and then we'll bring more broadcasts as and when it happens. But thank you so much. We thank you for your continued support. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Let us grow this platform together. The information we bring into you is really key and important, and we need to really free our minds from the contraption that they put us in. We must break free from that contraption collectively. Thank you so much, and goodbye. Don't forget the March 24th, 22nd of May, we have T-shirts that is available. You've seen me wear that, and I might wear it later on again today. But thank you so much. Thank you.